Hi, and welcome to the letter V as in visionary, Vanguard as in Prada. The origin of the brand dates back in 1913 when Mario Prada and his brother Martino opened a leather goods shop in Galleria Vittorio Emanuele in Milan. Specialized in bags, trunks, travel accessories, and exotic objets trouvés, Prada gained a reputation for its excellent craftsmanship. In 1919, it was appointed official supplier of the Real Casa d'Italia, the Italian royal house, and the Milanese boutique became a magnet for an international clientele. Fast forward to 1977. In that year, Mario's granddaughter Miuccia, who had already joined the family business, met the acute businessman Patrizio Bertelli, with whom she has built a strong business and private partnership. She often stated that it was Bertelli who had pushed the company's ambitions forward, transforming the brand into a powerful fashion house. However, it is undeniable that the Prada's success also rests on Miuccia's unconventional taste, anti-trend approach, and striking originality. The year 1979 marks the launch of Prada's first shoe collection, where a sophisticated design is paired with a superb craftsmanship. Nevertheless, the earthquake happened in the mid-80s when a collection of super functional and revolutionary bags was launched. Still very popular up to these days, the bags were made in a water-resistant utilitarian nylon originally used for military parachutes and embellished with a discreet logo, a triangle, similar to the one used in Mario's Prada's trunk, only proposed in an upside-down version. In 1988, encouraged by Bertelli and her longtime friends, the late fashion stylist and photographer Manuela Pavesi, Miuccia launched her first Prêt-à-porter collection, which immediately represented a radical departure from the glitzy fashion diktats and gained international attention thanks to its quiet sophistication, refined minimalism, and sartorial elegance. In 1993, encouraged by the brand's success, Miuccia created a new line called Miu Miu, which, quoted, is not as complicated and thought out as Prada. Rather than being young, Miu Miu is immediate. Prada is very sophisticated and considered. Miu Miu is much more naive. End of quote, Miuccia stated in an interview with Business of Fashion. Since her debut, La Signora, as Mrs. Prada is often referred to, has reset the style benchmark, reconstructing bourgeois codes, and her quirky originality, avant-garde experimentalism, and braining conceptual approach to social changes and feminist issues often influence fashion trends. If we want to describe in few words Prada's style, we should start saying that it's a constant exercise in contradiction. First, it is characterized by either an unorthodox display of pattern or a solid color scheme. Second, it is easily recognizable for its eye-popping embroidery and embellishment, as well as a clean, simple silhouette. Third, it constantly swings between past, present, and future, engaging a rich dialogue with different cultures and multiple influences. Fourth, it is renowned by its innovative use of soft and thick, high-fashion and high-tech fabrics. And apropos of high-tech fabrics, in the 90s, Miuccia claimed, quote-unquote, suddenly nylon started to look more intriguing to me than couture fabrics. I decided to introduce it to the catwalk, and its challenge even changed the traditional and conservative idea of luxury, end of quote. So deep was her fascination with this material that she reintroduced it in 2005 and even in the Spring-Summer 2018 collections and in an ad campaign. Miuccia also plays with fabrics in unexpected and provocative ways. In the Fall-Winter 2008 collection, for instance, the couture macrame lace, usually a dress embellishment, was used for a shocking total look and proposed in an array of surprising colors: gold, ochre, orange, and light blue. And now let's pinpoint some of the most radical Prada collections. Above all, stands out the banal eccentricity of the good taste of bad taste, as Miuccia described the Spring-Summer '96 collection. With the lime brown prints, this one, which subverted the notion of good taste and glamour, this collection was a standout. Then came the Spring-Summer 2000, punctuated by Schiaparelli-like lip prints, re-edited 12 years later. Then we have the Souvenir of Italy, Spring 2004, which paid an homage to the 50s and the 60s illustration of our most famous landmarks. And again, kudos to the diaphanous images of old-fashioned fairies, which embellish the Spring-Summer 2008 collection, and to the exuberant Spring-Summer 11 collection with Baroque details and stripes mixed with bananas and monkeys in cartoonish print. Would you believe that these outfits grace a record of 48 international magazine covers? Finally, a quick roundup of the most remarkable and must-haves Prada accessories. We have already talked about the success of the nylon bag. We should also think of the iconic Saffiano leather double-handed tote, the sporty bowling bag, and the Vava Vroom flame sandals. In 2020, the Belgian designer Raf Simons, formerly at Calvin Klein and Jil Sander and Christian Dior, joined Prada as the co-creative director, starting a new era of innovating collaboration, fast-forward thinking, and commercial success. Both are lovers and aesthetic mavericks. Miuccia and Ralph enjoy their unique collaboration. It is not like Miuccia is designing a part and I'm designing another part. We do every piece together, said Ralph recently to Tim Blanks of Business of Fashion. Looking back at the past Prada collection, it seems a common practice in Miuccia and Ralph's work together. As Simons pointed out in a statement, quote, "The clothes are never direct recreation, but there is a reflection of something you know, a language of Prada," end of quote. Fashion is not the only field in which Miuccia likes to experiment. Other mediums intrigue her, and cinema is definitely one of them. Always interested in movies, Miuccia has hired big filmmakers from Ridley Scott to Roman Polanski and David O. Russell, and also young talents like Sofia Coppola and Wes Anderson. Prada Shorts movie blend commercial goals, artistic flair, and intriguing, sometimes humorous plots, and became instant hits. Among the most recent productions, we would like to remember the 5 short films shot in Budapest, which captured the Prada Spring-Summer 2019 collection. Each film, inspired by a film classic with its own narrative and character, was directed by the renowned Belgian photographer and filmmaker Willy van der Peer. Prada has also established a strong collaboration with the Australian director Baz Luhrmann. Miuccia designed Claire Danes' white gown with wings and Leo DiCaprio wedding dress for the 1996 blockbuster Romeo and Juliet. She also collaborated with the costume designer and Baz Luhrmann's wife, Catherine Martin, for the shimmering dresses worn in the party scene of the 2013 The Great Gatsby. The creation, a parade of modern interpretation of the Roaring Twenties style, were displayed in the New York Soho Prada store in May 2013 as the first stop of the traveling exhibition Catherine Martin and Miuccia Prada Dress Gatsby, which ended up in Tokyo and in Shanghai. Miuccia is back again collaborating with Baz Luhrmann in his new biopic Elvis, where she designed the costumes for Austin Butler as Elvis and Olivia de Jong as Priscilla Presley. Baz, for his part, served as the creative consultant of Schiaparelli and Prada, impossible conversation. This 2012 exhibition at the Costume Institute at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York was dedicated to the two women who, in different eras, constantly subverted contemporary notions of taste, beauty, and glamour, end of quote, as the co-curator Andrew Bolton stated. Among the most prestigious achievements earned by Miuccia Prada, we should recall the 2004 CFDA International Award, the 2013 British Fashion Council First International Design of the Year, as well as the 2018 Outstanding Achievement Award. Multi-billionaire business people, but also enlightened philanthropists and passionate art collectors, Prada and Bertelli decided to create in Milan and in Venice venues for cultural events and exhibitions. In 2015, in a former distillery in the outskirts of Milan, Fondazione Prada was unveiled. The renowned architect Rem Koolhaas, with whom Prada collaborated in various other projects, conceived the design and the restoration of the entire complex, which include 7 existing buildings and 3 new structures, a space for temporary exhibitions, an auditorium, and a 9-story permanent exhibition space. Also in Milan, in the bustling Galleria Vittorio Emanuele, where the Prada flagship stores are also located, Prada Osservatorio is a space dedicated to photography and visual languages, while in Venice, the Fondazione Prada is located in the Grand Canal in the historic Palazzo Ca' Corner della Regina. Quote, "When I was a girl," Miuccia Prada once confided to Vogue's Sarah Mower in 2004, "I always wanted to be different and before the others." End of quote. Now it's quite clear what she meant to say. Thanks for listening, and keep in mind what the legendary costume designer Hidden Head used to say: "Fashion is a language. Some know it, some learn it like an instinct." Goodbye.